episode 2, and by this, because we started in the middle of the year, there's only been about like three to four episodes of the actual regular season, and the next season it'll be different. But of course, we're spending a decent amount of time in the playoffs as well. Oh, but kind of wanted to give you the quick brief overrun of how everything is looking. This is really loud in my ear. Whoa. We're going to be actually looking at the 2018-2019 NBA chip. What is he doing here? Alright, besides the point that I'm actually really pumped up, really looking forward to this, and hopefully you guys are too. I'm actually really excited. The starting lineups for both of these teams, or the upcoming schedule. There we go, Kyle Lowry. Okay, I think the only problem is that the Raptors have Zaza Pachulia at starter, which means somebody got hurt or they traded somebody, and well, I'd be surprised if they traded somebody. So I've got my grid. Oh. Whoa, that is an alarm of mine. And that could possibly be a copyright strike. Haha. Oh, Kyle Lowry, you disappoint me every time I see you. Actually, I've actually got a tough task today of guarding Allen Iverson. I typically use Vince Carter, so I've got to get used to McGrady's jump shot. What is up, Johnny Utah? What? He actually stripped me? And where was the defense, guys? Where was it? Vince for two. There we go. Let's get that cousin connection in there. What is up, Al? Hey, what's up, Al? Uh-oh. I almost broke my ankle. Alright, T. Simmons with a jumper. Oh, that's no good. What? Alrighty then. That's actually a pretty cool Martin Luther King logo. I'm actually, I messes with that. Come on, Pachulia. I know you're not good for much. Well, yeah, it's technically one of the easier parts of scoring. Actually, really glad I picked this game. I've never seen them have that type of font, which is really cool. Vince again. Oh, misfire. Hey, what's up, Wally? How's it going, man? Uh-oh. I should probably play more defense. I'm off to do better work Thursday. Ah, gotcha. Well, I actually have a lot of good stuff on hand for you. Whoa, get dunked on. Look at that. But I actually have a lot of good stuff to you guys there. We have, well, it's all sports today, of course. I have going on today that my goal is to do NBA 2K, WWE 2K. We should be doing SmackDown Live. And you guys can see the updated SmackDown arena I have for it, like in real life, the Fox arena. And on top of that, I do want to get a UFC episode in there because I want to get the weekly one done. I kind of like getting UFC done right on a Wednesday. That's my goal for that. Trying to think, am I missing anything? Good NBA, absolutely. Yep, NBA will also be tomorrow. That's going to finish it off for the week. So... oh, look at that. So, I know tomorrow we'll be having NBA 2K and wrestling, as well as Mutant League Football. Trying to think, am I also missing... and then that way on Friday, all we have is Madden and um, let's see. Yeah, so all we have is Madden and wrestling on on Friday, and then if I do want to stream on the weekends, then I could stream other games because we've already got our main games done with for the week. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do for now, is to get our weekly scheduled program for sports done throughout the week. That way we can enjoy a little bit more flexibility. Because I have all these games that I don't really play, and I mean I play them, but I also don't. I'm a hot mess today. Wow, I'm never up this early anymore. Well, thank you, Wally, for the like button. Trying to think, and I had a whole speech and I just forgot it. Wow, this is not good. Long story short, I kind of want to try. I want to try to bring Overwatch into this channel. I'm not gonna lie, I do play it a little bit with a couple of friends, and I know we all like Dead by Daylight. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I know we like Dead by Daylight, and I kind of want to bring that in. All-Star break. Yep, we're actually looking at the All-Star festivities. We've got the I really can't hit. But we have the All-Star game. We have this game and one after the All-Star break. So we're going to be seeing pretty much the top stars of the NBA on display today. And their challenges. We got the three-point challenge, the dunk contest. I think the skills challenge is in there. A couple of cool things. Oh, Van Vliet just got dunked on hard. There you go. Let's stop this run. Like I said, we got UFC, wrestling, we got SmackDown. It's going to be a little bit interesting, especially the fact that Lacey Evans is still Miss Money in the Bank. And instead of it being for WCW, of course, now it's for the SmackDown Live brand. Johnny Gargano, as I've been told, has been traded to SmackDown as now SmackDown open up their own cruiserweight division. So now Raw and SmackDown both have their own cruiserweight divisions. And Johnny Gargano is now, I guess, going to be competing for the cruiserweight title in a few on SmackDown. It's a hot mess with that whole division, but I'm thoroughly intrigued to see where it's going. Yes, I do have AEW. Yeah, maybe Call of Duty. That way you guys can see how much of a sweat I am as a Prestige Master. Who knows? It really just depends. Hey, Rhonda, you wanna? Yeah, there we go. I listen to my chat screen is completely up. My computer just... I need a new computer, folks. Anyone who knows computers, you hit me up. My audio box is like broken. It works when it wants to. Like it seems to work when I'm live streaming, and then it seems to not work after that, and I'm so confused. Like I can't even watch. For those of you who watch Hulu, I have Hulu. Like my controller just died. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. OG, I'm trying to get away from you, and you seem to constantly trying to come near me. This is not how this is supposed to work. Hey, what is up, the Dean? Welcome, welcome. You know, even things like FIFA. You know, I love FIFA. I'd love to be able to go back to that again. But yeah, there's so many like opportunities. If I were to get my streams done throughout the week, like the weekday, um, like you know, a GTA maybe, just something. You know. That was terrible, Rondé. Go for the win. I'm trying. This team is. I wish they allowed Tracy McGrady to come back in because Van Vliet. I don't know how he got that one, but Van Vliet's been struggling. A newbie, please. There we go. I forgot to make the quarters 5 minutes. That was a tough one. You just stuff cars and missions. I see on other streams. Yeah, I think I've seen that they have um the new diamond stuff. It's funny. I'm actually a very low level on on I've literally hit like a massive word blob today. This is not good. on the new like free DLC stuff, but at like level 92, even though it doesn't seem like it's that seems high, I've pretty much got almost everything in terms of like how to make money. And I've realized the two easiest ways to make money that people seem to forget is to have your Securo serve CEO stuff and to also do your motor clubs that your motors I said motorcycle club stuff. It's really easy to make easy cash in like 5 minutes. You make 13,000 in that game. It's super easy. Okay, if Zaza can kind of keep playing like that, we'll be in tip-top shape. He's just got to constantly. That's what Zaza can't do. Because we cannot allow Embiid to get inside the paint. I feel like Vince has really been a non-factor today. We need to get him more involved. As soon as that, yet he misses. Yikes. Hey, you call that? That shouldn't count, ref. Oh well, I tried. Lowry shooting for three, misfire. I don't know what we were doing that entire possession. Didn't look like anyone was doing anything productive besides holding a ball. Uh-oh, this is... I mean, personally, the problem with the Raptors right now is they're not doing anything offensively productive. And it shows, and they're taking out their stars at like the worst times. And it's killing them. I do not agree with what Nick Nurse's strategy that he's using. It clearly isn't working. The game too? Oh yeah, absolutely. This has actually been a really good game. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of problems I can tell with this Raptors team. It definitely does show. Probably doesn't help that we have the Hall of Famers, of course, but I think that adds a sense of difficulty. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought I was still using Tracy McGrady. They just... Didn't he just come in? How are you subbing him out if he just came in? See, that's what I'm talking about. Nick Nurse makes no sense right now. It's a hot mess express. There we go. Allen Iverson, that is one key of a match. But can you imagine that game? Iverson versus Carter. Kyle, you wanna... Yikes. What in the world is with that? I do apologize for that, folks. That's like my alarms that are going bonkers at the moment. I have no idea why they're going off this, like, hectically. Come on, Zelda. You're supposed to be there ready for the rebound. Did he just... Oh my gosh. Terrible. Do-do. Ba-do. 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 Do-do-do. I'm singing Pink Panther. You know what I'm singing? Or at least trying to hum. The person who just came into the chat, let me just give me 1 second. What is up, Herbert Lemon? Welcome, welcome. Oof. Meanwhile, Toronto having a hideous game, and a lot of work needs to be done if they want to even attempt to come back after a, to be honest, lackluster performance. Can we skip this? We can't skip this. Oh, that's what. One is shot way better. Out rebounded way better. We've got more assists. They have more steals. It is a sloppy game defensively for Toronto, and I gotta absolutely agree with what the stats think. You know, numbers don't lie, and Toronto's gotta get it together. They really do. Shaq on halftime. Yeah, Shaq. I appreciate Shaq's addition. But right now, if they want a successful team, they have to really dominate offensively and actually play some defense. And that is a word nowadays. It seems to me no one understands what that means. Defense, which means, you know, defense, the thing that wins championships. You can't be doing crappy fouls like that from an overrated point guard such as Kyle Lowry. There we go, Siakam. There we go. His second, what was doing most of the game? Oh, that's a good question too. Where was Siakam today defensively? There we go. Let's get these rebounds. But say Siakam, do not let small Allen Iverson, like 5'9" Allen Iverson, deter you. Come on, Siakam. Well, it's, like I said, Toronto's big problem is the fact that they're not playing any defense. They're letting guys just ride through the paint. They're not getting rebounds, and it shows. And that's why Toronto's probably had such a hard season. They probably, during the expansion draft, allowed Paul Gasol and Serge Ibaka to get drafted. I don't see them over here. So, that would make sense. So they lost their rebounding. And they clearly didn't make any strides to fix it. Because they signed Zaza Pachulia. And we can already see how that's going. So you put an almost impossible task with Pascal Siakam. Because unfortunately, Siakam cannot play two damn positions last time I checked. And where was the defense? How is Siakam going to pull back? See, for things like that, I'm not understanding in the game plan of Nick Nurse and the Raptors. I'm shocked. See, now this should have been the adjustment, and I disagree with that goal, but this should have been the adjustment that the Raptors should have made. They should have had, in my opinion, Siakam on Embiid, not Pachulia. And I think that's a bad call. I think Ben Simmons flopped. Oh, yeah, I do too. When it comes to basketball, I've never really had a favorite team. I've always just appreciated the game for what it was. I've always been an advocate. So it's a little bit too soft with the rules. What are we doing, Toronto? Alright. I'd say question mark. They said the key here is stopping Simmons and Embiid. Allen Iverson, honestly, I'm not even worried about. He's so small. And I'm not hating on him because of his size, but I love Allen Iverson. But I'm tall enough to where I can block his shots. There we go. So now we bring down to 9. Like I said, we just got to dominate inside the paint. And if we can keep our starters in, cough, cough, Nick Nurse, if we can keep our starters in, they have a chance of coming back in this game. Because right now, Philadelphia's had a hard time answering the starting lineup. It's been the bench that's killed us most of this game. I disagree with putting Norman Powell in. You should have a star here besides Siakam. Especially for a game like this. Because I'm still seeing Simmons. I'm still seeing Allen Iverson. I'm seeing Joel Embiid and Horford. Who do they have guarding him? Rondae Hollis? Why is Siakam waiting? I'm not understanding. What is the, malfunction this team is having? and rebounding at all. It's like what are you doing? All right, we're down by 9. We're chopping it up. We're chopping it up. If we can bring this deficit down to just 5, I disagree with these ridiculous fouls that the officiating is calling. Right now we're down by, like I said, it's all about trimming that lead because that second half was so ugly. It's a forgettable one. Literally, a forgettable one. There we go. But now, as I'm saying, we can trim this lead. We're down by 6. If we can put this into 4, this is... All right, there we go. We bring it down to 4. There we go. Now the bench has to step up. Defense has to be crucial here. And this is a vital time. This is a turning point in this quarter. If we can keep this up, we have to stop them from going inside the paint. You can't be big-bodied like that. That is the problem. They easily give up defensively once they have some pressure. I don't understand it. And then instead of just taking the jump shot, they have to throw themselves right into a block. I mean, it's Joel Embiid. He is a shot blocker. What are you doing? I don't know. Please do not let Embiid get that. All right. We're only down by 6. My hope is that they finally put the starters in. They need them in for this entire, at least 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, if they want to try to at least make a comeback or at least push it to overtime. Right out, the Raptors need this win. So this game was very important to both of these teams to expand the lead they already have. In their division, in their respective division. Actually, thought I had that. And just like that, we're down by 8 because of bad defensive decisions. Pachulia, I would say Pachulia does not mean you shoot the ball when I give you ball. But right now, they gave in a small forward position. They're putting in Fred VanVleet for God knows what reason. All right, I don't understand. Clearly, this team wants to lose, and I'm not going to allow them to this horrible and crappy coaching from Nick Nurse right now. This has been a terribly coached game by Nick Nurse. And if the Raptors were to win, I blame Nick Nurse. You're putting a guy, listen, I'm saying there's no sense is made here by these decisions. I disagree. Siakam is literally dying almost. And yeah, we definitely don't want to do that actually. Well, they're winning because of bad coaching and bad defense. We just how do we go down to dropping this deficit to, and that really was a mistake, ref. You need to, it bounced off of Carter. Okay. Of course Nick Nurse can't be pleased. It's his own fault. Pull the plug on your bad coaching decisions, Nick. That is what I get for trying to play help defense. That was my fault for knowing that these guys can't play defense. And just like that, we went from being down by 6 to now being down by a lot more. Why? Because there's no defense being played. I missed that. Wow. Didn't think I did. Oh. Coach, get good team. Haha. The way I look at it is because of bad coaching, because of just a horrid defense, in my opinion, they deserve to lose, the Raptors. I'm not quitting on them, of course, but you took two of your stars out who are your scoring options for at least half of this game and thought it was okay. Tracy McGrady, and I don't even think he's played as many minutes as Allen Iverson. And then we've got these really bad shooting. It's just a hot mess. This team needs to be refixed. This clearly is not a team that is going to go far. If the way this is how Nick Nurse is going to be coaching, and oh wow, I don't know who Duncan Robinson is, but whoever that is, good job, kid. At this point, it's like I have to force up shots almost because of the, Alright, come on, come on. Oof. That is a massive deficit. So next up, folks, we're going to have the three-point contest and the slam dunk contest. I mean, I'm trying. For me personally, it's not good enough because we're not winning. But there's only so much I can do as a player. They panned to Nick Nurse before we even saw the foul. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. Oh my gosh, wow. That was a massive yawn. But apparently, I think we've got two Raptors, they said, and like one guy from the Bulls, and yeah, there's a whole hot mess going on over there. Instead of passing it, Siakam, you dingus. There we go, finally. Tracy McGrady, 29 points. So technically he'd have, remember, everything gets doubled. So whatever, whatever he gets doubled. So we'll be seeing him probably break a record if he hits 60 or 30. Don't know who Matt Thomas is, but welcome, bud. Oh wow, Bill Walton's. I probably should have paid more attention to Raymond Felton. Matt Thomas may be like, no, I'm gonna fight till the end. Shot clock violation. Oh, well, thank you. I actually liked that shot. I was very satisfied with that shot. Well, I tried. Alright, folks, on to the All-Star festivities. That was an upsetting game. Yeah, I mean, they won. I give it credit to them. I personally feel like they did the most sensible thing. They actually played defense. They didn't force anything, and they just played Philadelphia basketball. And to be honest, it showed. And I don't think I can be disappointed with the way I played. I mean, I did my best. So at the end of the day, I blame. Do you approve? 2021 lottery protected from the Timberwolves. Timberwolves received Damari Carroll. Sure. So you've just been confirmed to that trade. If we give it a little bit, it's going to skip some of it. Do you approve the following Ian Clark? Second round pick for T. Jones? Sure. Don't even know who that guy is. It's good being the commish. McDermott's. Warriors. Patty Mills. Really? The Spurs are trading all over the place. They are hungry. It's like, what, their third trade? I think? Either way, good on them. Wow, they blew out Brooklyn. Like, that is a monster. But it's time. Stop this. Do you wish to stop the... Yes, let's actually see. I'll make selections for both. Sure. So I guess I'll pick the... let's start the draft. So for Karl Malone, I'm gonna say he's probably gonna want defense. At the same time, I'm pretty sure Karl Malone is gonna want, if I have to be honest, I think he'd want Hakeem the Dream with him. So I'm gonna give him Hakeem the Dream. I'm Giannis is if he's gonna be playing small forward. I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna want Anthony Davis by his side. Carl's probably gonna go a little bit old school. And, oh, I can only draft this. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure he'd rather have Oscar Robinson by his side. And Giannis with that would probably be taking Magic at that point. This is a very old school lineup. I'm actually kind of shocked, but Carter's going to be drafted to Malone. Harden going to, well, oh. Oh. It's an interesting one. Larry Bird's gonna be going over here, and then so I think Giannis has got the more odder of the two. We know he's definitely gonna go with LeBron for certain. Carl's gonna go with the great himself, Bill Russell, of course. Giannis probably is gonna go with Kawhi. Who would Karl Malone go for? I have to say Bob Pettit. Giannis probably, I would say probably go for Kevin Garnett. He's probably definitely going with Elgin Baylor. I could see Karl Malone just immediately taking Elgin Baylor. Yeah, I think Giannis would be drafting Curry. This may be a little bit of a shocker, I think, for you guys, but personally, I could definitely. I think they'd want to go defensively, but I think they're also going to want that spark. I would say they're going to pick Dr. J. Meanwhile, for Giannis, he's probably going to pick Dwayne Wade for certain. With that, if we're going a little bit older here, I could definitely see Carl drafting Allen Iverson. You know, who wouldn't? I'm gonna say that Giannis is gonna draft Karl Anthony Towns. Who would they draft? I think we're gonna go with a little bit of old school here. I think they want to go with the guy who is gonna be that team player, and that team player for me is gonna be Trae Young. With that being said, I know Giannis probably wouldn't want to play Russell Westbrook. He's probably taking Paul George. And at the end of the day, Russell Westbrook is the last pick in this draft. So we got an interesting lineup. We've got Team Karl Malone, which has got Karl Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, Oscar Robertson, Vince Carter, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Bob Pettit, Elgin Baylor, Julius Erving, Allen Iverson, Trae Young, and Russell Westbrook. But Team Giannis, though, they have a lot of upside here. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, Magic Johnson, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, LeBron as a reserve, which is a little bit shocking. Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Garnett, Stephen Curry, Dwayne Wade, Karl Anthony Towns, and Paul George. I think it's really just going to be a point of how these teams really match up with one another. And let's go to the trade deadline. You know, there's going to be a lot of trades on this day. So a lot of stuff is happening in the league as we get to it. What is up, Stacks, man? Welcome, welcome. But a lot is happening right now. Jackson and second round pick, sure. I feel there's about to be another trade. And that is it. That was the last trade. Alrighty. So let's go on to the festivities we all want to see. If you're wondering why it's still on the Raptors, I just haven't really left. So I'm just trying to get to the All-Star break and do all the other stuff. But wow, they blew out the Warriors twice, by the way. I think this one was worse than before. Yeah, definitely worse than before. Oof, that's not how much the title want to go off for the All-Star break. But anyway, Rising Stars Challenge. We can simulate that, and then we'll kind of look at who, my goodness. View the box score. For Team USA, it was Zion Williamson, John Morant, Trae Young, Kevin Kendrick Nunn, Graham Bagley, Slaughter Sanchez. We got Mitchell Robinson. These two guys are the ones that I threw in there. Bridges, they dominated the world. Alexander, RJ Barrett, oof. This was not a game. This was a butt whooping. But let's get to the good stuff. The three-point contest. Are you ready? Let's see our participants. We got Kyle Lowry, Devin Booker, Duncan Robinson, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. Let's get it going. The three-point contest. Who will be taking the three-point crown for this year? We're about to find out. Oh my. All right, here we go. Oh man, really excited. The All-Star three-point contest, kicking it off is the man himself, the Beard, James Harden. Let's get it going. His first shot is a miss. Wait, no, it's a go. Second one is a go. Third one's a misfire. Splash the fourth, the money shot. It's a misfire. Those 2-point money shots are so vital into kind of staying around. Right now we're seeing Harden kind of misfire a couple times, but now he's kind of finding that rhythm. The money ball to kind of can make up for it. That's a second money ball miss. That's 4 points he kind of missed out on. All right. The money shot is good. But he's got to definitely turn it up. Can James Harden keep splashing? He's got to avoid the misses. Money shot. Oh! Now this is the complete money rack. Uh-oh, misses that one. Hits that one. I think 20 was going to be a good number for hits. And 21. That's not a bad number. Will it be enough to get him through. He's going to have a lot of tough competition. Now we got Kawhi Leonard. He goes, Kawhi hits the first one. Misses the second one. Third one is a miss. Fourth one, what is up, T.Y.? He was struggling on those money shots. Now starting to finally hit him. Okay. Quite not having a great outing so far. Needs his money shot. Ah, man. It is not looking too good for Kawhi Leonard, who needs to get a lot of rhythm in these next two racks. Just missing just everything. Oh, man. Not a very good outing for Kawhi Leonard. A mighty 10 points. But his teammate Paul George is up. So let's see if Paul George can do better than that. George with the misfire. Having your money balls this early is not a good thing. But at least he had 4 points. So I mean, it may have saved him. A lot of misfires from Paul George, almost missing the whole rack. Desperately needs. Ah, man. He really needs to turn it up here. Oh, yeah, this has been a good one, but oh, man. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard both struggling in this three-point contest. Both guys will actually be on the same team, Team Giannis, going into the All-Star break, the All-Star game. But Paul George, Kawhi only had 10, and he's not doing as good either, really, at the moment. And he didn't even get to do it all. Wow. Both Clippers getting 10 each. That's not a... There you go. Duncan Robinson. I'm not very familiar with this young man. I know he's a little bit newer to the league, so this is a big outing for this young guy. So let's see if he can really make the most of it. He's got one. Money shot. There we go. Duncan Robinson. Only got 5. Not too bad so far. 6. Man, as long as he surpasses 10, technically he's still in the running. 2 more racks to go. He's kind of lighting it up right now. It still needs... There you go, 9. Oh, man. 10. So he's officially knocked out Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Now he's on the money shots. Duncan Robinson desperately trying to be the man. His final shot is good, 16. So now we have 21 and 16. The score to now beat to stay in it is 16. Devin Booker from the Suns. Here we go. First one's a misfire. Second one's a misfire. Third, it finally goes through. Fourth is a miss. Splash on the money ball. That actually kind of saved him in that rack. But Devin Booker needs to constantly get this fire going, because right, he is not hot, missing almost a full rack. And he's at the money ball. Does it the money ball. Kind of makes up for it. Not really, but... Oh, these are his money shots. He's got to hit these. Oh, man. Oh, it just nearly goes in. If he hits one more, he does stay alive. There we go. So remember, the top 3 do make it. With those money balls, he's probably not going to get through this whole rack. It'd be almost impossible. He's got 13, so if they want to stay around, I know we have one more. Which is Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry has to hit 13 to stay alive, to force like a sudden death. But if anything, 14 will bring him on to the finals as he's having a rough time missing the complete first rack. Hitting his first two. Hitting his first, oh, not first two, but hitting 3 in a row. The money ball. It's a misfire. As Lowry just struggling. It is bouncing all over the place. Needs to hit this shot, and it can't hit it. He's got to hit 3 of these money balls. I said it's got to be 13, so if he doesn't just go ham. Wow. So the people who I thought were going to do well didn't do well. And now we're here, so the top 3 are going to be Harden, Robinson, and Booker. Devin Booker is scoring the least of all 3. He's really going to have to put into high gear. So if Devin Booker can ride a wave of momentum, wow. Wow, 6 points off the first track. The first time I see it, keep dishing it out, man. Oh. Devin Booker is fired up. Money, oh, that could have been a very big momentum boost. 11. Oh. Money ball, no good. But in the first 2 racks, that is 11 points, which isn't bad. That was on the money ball shot. He keeps connecting. He needs to. If he could keep this up, holy goodness, wow! Devin Booker! He hasn't even shot all of his balls. That's the crazy part. But he definitely has hit at least 2 more. He's got 20 points. Devin Booker went on fire. Still wasn't able to hit the last money ball shot that he had. But 20 points, which is really, really good. Now, that is the score to beat if you want to become the 3-point champion, is 20 points. Now, the young man, Duncan Robinson, trying to get on his own on fire streak. And with that, I'm actually going to be right back, folks. I have some mail to pick up, apparently. Here we go, look at Robinson. We've seen some amazing 3-point shooting today. Oh, whoops, I think I pressed the wrong button. My bad, folks. When I came back, I picked the controller. Well, he had 16, so 16 is not going to do it. 20 still remains, so we know Duncan Robinson will not be the 3-point champion. But does James Harden have something to say about the 3-point crown, as now Harden's on fire? Missing the money. Wait, did he miss his money ball? Wow, he missed all the money ball racks. Harden finally getting something of a rhythm. Not really. He's got 2 racks left. I mean, it might be doable. Was all of Harden's offensive burst only good for the first round? Is he really going to give it to Devin Booker? With this slash it even hits, it doesn't, and Devin Booker is actually going to take the 3-point crown. In my opinion, he was an underdog. I had James Harden winning this. So in a shocker, Devin Booker is the winner of the 3-point contest for this year. Congrats, in my opinion, a little bit of an underdog. He had Kawhi Leonard to go against, Paul George, Kyle Lowry, James Harden. Yeah, the guys did shot all the balls, but they try to take it on fire. But Devin Booker, Devin Booker's your 3-point king. Now let's go on to one of my favorites, which is the slam dunk contest. You always see some of the craziest dunks ever, in my opinion. I'm looking really forward to this one. We got Dr. J, Zion Williamson, Kobe Bryant, and Donovan Mitchell. You can't ask for a better dunk contest than this. Literally, I am pumped. Yeah, it's the dunk contest. There we go. See you later, Wild Man. You have a good one. Dunk contest underway. Dr. J is certainly going to put on a highlight spectacular for us. I expect nothing less. Here we go. Dr. J rightfully kicked it off. Oh, okay, a little nice. It was smooth. That was a beautiful windmill too. Flawless. They gave him a 45, respectably. That was, yeah, that was not bad. 47. Okay, wow. Okay, that was better than Dr. J's. Wow. I did not think so, but okay. Whoa! We're behind the back. Wait, was it behind the back? No, it wasn't behind the back. What? No, they switched hands in mid-air. They gave it a 40? What? I think that was the coolest dunk of this round so far. Alright, let's see, Dom Mitchell. Let's see what you got. That was the wackest one out of all of them. I am honestly not very thrilled by that one. And neither was the crowd. Okay, 45. I still think Dr. J or Kobe had the coolest one. But, so after the first round, Zion in the lead by 2. Mitchell and Irving tied by with 45. And Kobe, who I think had the more difficult one, has a 40. I think this should be rewritten. But, you know, what can I do? Dr. J! That definitely... that was just fantastic. What is the score for this one? A 45? What? See, I thought Dr. J was going to steamroll. What does Zion hit us with? It was, I haven't really been impressed. It just seems like that's something he would do. It's not as challenging as some of the other dunks, but I guess that's acceptable. And I don't know, I'm not really feeling it, but okay, so you know, and that one, neither was the crowd. Fair enough. Game of 43, I think. Yeah, that was I mean, Kobe tried to do something difficult the first time, and the officials didn't really care. Third and 9. These guys are brutal. Sorry about that, folks. Goes Mitchell. Oh! Alright, a lot more cooler than your last dunk. That's how you kind of bounce back, in my opinion. And a 40, what is with these judges? What is the score? Actually, I want to know. Who's in the lead? Alright, so Dr. J and Zion Williamson tied at 89 points. Donovan Mitchell with 85. Kobe with 79. It's still anybody's game. Here goes Dr. J. He needs to really put out everything and anything. Dr. J! That might have sealed the deal. That is filthy. A 45. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's out of 50, so I mean, still. Zion's got to try something like out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, it's decent. Yeah, I'd agree that that's a 40. Kobe, you basically got to pull a 50, bud. No, I don't even think that's going to be... Who is that? Lonzo Ball sitting there? It's just one more time. Oh, wow. Mitch has got to really try. Alright, just hold on to the rim. A 47. Well, Dr. J, as I called, won it with 134, Don Mitchell 132, Zion 129, and Kobe 127. But as I said, I called the winner of this one. Dr. J, Julius Erving winning the slam dunk contest this season. My goodness. There we go. Now, next up is the All-Star game. I drafted. I won't play for them. I'm going to be a spectator in this one. We're just going to see the best team win. And, well, let's see what happens. What do they got going for us? That doesn't look like it matters. All right, here we go. This is going to be an interesting lineup. This is so evenly matched. It is incredible. This is going to be a fun All-Star game. You know, for some reason, they're back on with this thing. Here we go. Team Giannis in the white, Team Malone in the black. They give you the black and white logos on their jerseys. It doesn't really get any better than this. Giannis for two, the team captain, taking the first inaugural shot. Inaugural. Or no, it was inaugural. What? My English today. My English. How do I butcher inaugural? How does that happen? I literally looked at my phone to look at a meme real quick, and I said that word. I couldn't go back to English. Now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna take back the cover. That just sounds like that just makes me sound like I'm stupid. Ugh. Never mind. James Harden, the man who fell short. I'm a little bit surprised at how, well, I'm not surprised how well they gel, but I really thought the old school guys would, for Team Carl would have, there we go. So, but to say, I really thought Team Carl was going to kind of keep it a little bit more closely contested than this. Because there's so much on the line too. It's incredible. Oh. I said Team Giannis is just really gelling. I look at this game kind of as, in a weird way, as old school versus new school, and it's an interesting vibe. Yeah, there was no one that was going to actually contest that shot from Elijah one. Massive misfire. Magic Johnson with the... Whoa. Who are the coaches for this one? That's a good question. My goodness. Boom, boom. Can't wait. Oh. Nice look at Allen Iverson, the guy we just seen. Allen Iverson's in it twice today. So is Kawhi. Hey, Iverson trying to put up, I don't know how he got that. And Iverson, somebody got his own rebound. I said to see that there literally are a massive scoring difference this early in the game is just shocking. Facts. Go look at Karl Anthony Towns. Is Elgin? Did I say Elgin Baylor's on the Hornets? When did the Lakers trade him? Curry can't guard Allen Iverson. I'm watching that, and I'm watching that Curry has had just a horrible time at having the unfortunate pleasure of guarding him. Said there's a lot of great guys here, but think about the guys who are also hurt, like Jordan and Pippen, who are hurt right now. For Chicago, it's a lot of players that weren't able to necessarily make the mark because of the fact that, injuries, and there's some guys who just exploded this first half, and a lot of times, all of these All-Stars want them dying down towards the end of the season, so, or at least at the, once the start of the second half starts. The second half of the season. But right now, Team Giannis beating Team Karl Malone 20-10. They have a 10-point lead. I can't believe it. I don't think we've even seen LeBron come out yet. This is a pretty cool All-Star thing. Trae Young for 3. Trying to bring Team Karl back in this. And Karl Malone saying not so fast. One is 5 for 15, the other one 10 for 15. Team Karl's really got to get their shot selection together. Allen Iverson for 3, nails him. And just like that, where they're only down by 6. The Gaden Shepganow still hits that one. I'm just a little bit surprised. You hear him saying, get Iverson. That's how scared they are of Allen Iverson, who can do beautiful stuff like that. And an amazing assist pass to Bob Pettit. Curry for 2, nails it. Allen Iverson good for 2 after being just launched and then pretty much put him into tight D. And Allen Iverson is the reason why Team Karl still in this thing due to their horrible shooting. Trae Young trying to guard Steph Curry. Had a little bit of a difficult time. Still kept his ground. Still kept his confidence. And overall, it worked out for him. And just like that, this is becoming a whole lot more interesting. That's only a 4-point lead for Team Giannis. We'll make that 6, but Team Giannis's bench team is not looking too hot. But they can't be making careless calls and mistakes like that. As Paul George able to nail it in there. Team Carl calling him out. Vince Carter! What were you waiting on? Was that dunk? If you were waiting on it, I was. So LeBron and Westbrook officially checked in. Jesus, Anthony Davis just... Wow. That's a shot that whoever took that will never forget. Really, Hakeem never really misses that. James Harden trying to extend their lead and put the deficit even more for Team Karl Malone. Carter for 3, right in the man's face. For 3, they try to go, answer back one of their own, and it was a misfire. Malone, beautiful freaking read by Vince Carter. Here's the thing: a lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of people appreciate the thing of old school. Getting if you have to make an extra pass to get a man open, because they may have the better shot. That is the mentality, and that's the mentality that Team Karl Malone possesses. Meanwhile, Team Giannis is all trying to be hybrid, trying to do all this flashy stuff. And in my opinion, they may have the lead for now, but I don't know if that's going to stay there. It's anyone's game. That's all I got to say. That very try. It's a bit of a miss. For 3, misfire. Elijah Wan puts up for 2. Good offensive rebounds. But it looks like Team Giannis' lead has been extended by 1. It might be extended more. I mean, they can really hold off for the clock. Vince Carter blocking the life out of Magic Johnson. Jeez. And make that a 14. Malone for 2. Misfire. But Team Giannis decimating Team Karl Malone 44-30. It's a 14-point lead. It really has been a contest. I mean, the shooting percentage between those Team Giannis 71, Team Karl Malone 43, being out rebounded, out assists, out stolen, out blocked. I mean, what can you say to it? But it's getting good, folks. It is getting good. Oh, kicked ball violation. Don't you just love those? There you go. Don't you? I said the camera guy for this game. He deserves a filming medal. This game is so awesome. Even my dog Blue is watching. Bird up. Misfire. I mean, I wouldn't say slightly. I would say massively. Goes Bird going to the line. Alright, Bird, whenever you're ready. You nailed him? Oh, he tried to get it to Giannis. Curry's gonna regret that one. Kyrie Irving didn't even know how to guard there. You could tell he was just like, what do I do? Giannis for 3, wide open. Just leaving him there. That was not smart. Good. Vincent do everything he can. Oh, misfire, but Karl Malone's going to put it back up. That's team captain contribution, like. It's one of the few times we see all the best players in the world playing together against each other on one stage, the best of the best. Well, one and only in one game. You know, one of the things I'm most curious to see is, will we have an expansion team make the playoffs? Or a returning team like the Seattle Supersonics who return to the league, could they possibly have a shot to make it? It's like all these just very odd variables that you just don't know have like come out. So it's really cool, really interesting to see that. There's always that random possibility. Curry for 3, misfire. Bill Russell with the rebound. That's what Oscar Robinson wants to do. Iverson for three. Booyah. And just like that, Team Carmelo is only down by 11. So Team Carmelo has not had a lead at all this game. They've always been fighting a deficit. So yeah, I was like, why is he, Allen Iverson driving into the paint. Now it's only a 9-point lead for Team Giannis. Now, Kevin Garnett with the misfire. Allen Iverson! Oh! I thought Allen Iverson was about to dunk on Kevin Garnett. I was about to go jump out of my seat almost. And Kawhi Leonard was able to put it back to 11-point deficit. Julius serving back to Robertson. Nobody's really open yet. Yeah. Well, Oscar Robinson still hits it. Down to 9. Team Carmelo shooting way better. They shot 29% in the first quarter, 56 in the second, 64 in the third. They need to keep these shooting percentages up. But they can't allow Giannis to dominate inside the paint. That's the problem. Does Bob Pettit feel risky? And Bob Pettit does. They're only down 9. That Team Giannis 26 for 40. Team Carl 21 for 42. No one guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo in the paint. Not a very smart decision. Robinson for 2, nails it somehow with the double coverage. So they're down just 9. This is still a possible comeback, but they have to stop Team Giannis from scoring. This is the opportunity where they can possibly put this to either a 7 or 6 point deficit, a 7-point deficit now. If they can get one more stop and try to go for a quick score and make it, it's only a 5-point deficit, and that is a much easier chance to win it. And then they do something like that, and now it's back down to 9. And these turnovers are killing him. Dwayne wasn't having an easy lane to the bucket. He still might, definitely will. Misfire though. Dr. J's gonna have to pull it. Well, he could have went a little bit closer than that one. Well, they're only down 9. It's still anyone's game. So let's see who's going to want it more in that fourth quarter. Can we please get over the stupid assist of the game? I'm so annoyed with those. Let's get back to the game. There we go. Kyrie for 3. Nails it for 3. That's how we start the fourth quarter of this game. Oh, man. Trae Young, boom, for 3 to answer right back. Only a 9-point lead for Team Giannis. Good stop by Hakeem. I forgot Hakeem was really rocking and rolling and get dunked on. Is that Magic? My Magic's on. Yeah, that is Magic. Towns wide open from almost from the 3-point line. Elijah gets blocked and dry the paint by Giannis. Malone barely getting that one in. Section 1, think about, folks, instead of playing a third game, I'll leave it at 2 because we did all the All-Star stuff, but we'll skip all the way to March. Since February is typically like the smallest, days of the month, or month of all the months. Okay, Giannis, so it's gonna be, it's good. Man. Let's Carmelo give it to Trae Young, who's going for 3, misfire. Malone with the offensive rebound and the putback. Although, even with that team Giannis, they still have even more, increasing to 12 points. Giannis for 3, no, misfire. Bird with the rebound. Trae Young trying to push it. Trae Young trying to push it on Kyrie. It's good. Good floater. Now they're only up by 10. Wide open. Malone thought he was actually going to drive. He faked him out, and that's going to be a 3-point shot for the team captain, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Good stop by Magic. Something is massively burning in my house. Let's hope I don't burn down. I'm trying to back him down. The shot, oh, it's good for 2. And again, it's cut just down to 11. So both of these guys, they are fighting, they are scratching, they are crawling, scratching and clawing. They're scratching and clawing. Get blocked from Elijah. We got less than 2 minutes left. For them to score, it'd be a little bit difficult. And they're only down 9. I think Team Giannis was, wait a minute, this isn't good. 151 left. There's still a potential possibility for it to be tied, but it's a little bit harder for that to happen, in my opinion. Especially considering the circumstance of what we've seen. It makes it almost virtually impossible. The team captain, they're calling as the player of the game. Well, look at that. That's how you lead by example. Be honest with the misfire there, though. Ho ho. 7-point deficit. Do you drain the clock if you are Team Giannis, or do you just keep going for offense? Traveling, that is not what Team Giannis wanted. This, if they score, this crowd's going to go nuts here in Vancouver. The actually new expansion team is the one hosting us, the Vancouver Ravens. So I'm actually thoroughly just shocked. He can take that shot. He's got a good amount of space. He gives it to Elijah instead. And we've only got a 4-point deficit now. This is where it gets really good. Can Team Carmelo possibly force an overtime? I've never seen one in my lifetime happen in an All-Star game. But this is a good possibility. But Carmelo has to play up on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a very risky foul from Malone. He's got to hope Giannis misses one of these. Hits the first. Here we go. There we go. All right. 7 points. I'm not sure if it's doable. 39.3 seconds, 7 points. It's I'm optimistic. But man, the problem is they're trying to drive the paint, and as much as I agree with that tactic right now, you need a 3. You need a 3. Listen, I'm always a fan of driving to the lane, but just not right now. That just gave hope. That's what they were looking for. They need to quickly take a shot, find an open man, find somebody who's not being guarded so heavily. They can't let it go back to this inside the paint. It's taking too long. He better, he didn't. Oh, man. They're going to foul him, yeah, but they put Magic to the line. 7-point lead. If that hits, it'd be 8-point lead. Team Karl Malone calling their final timeout. What has been just a crazy all-star weekend of festivities here in Vancouver. It's really cool to see that at least an expansion team, the Vancouver Ravens, were able to actually host this, something that really don't see that much. Bob Pettit gave it to Russell Westbrook for 3, splash. And they're only down by 5. But they keep fouling the wrong people. Intentional foul, Curry going to the line. Oh, man. There we go. So 12.3 seconds. They have no more timeouts. They just really got to go for it. At this point, Larry Bird for 3, misfire. And Team Giannis Antetokounmpo defeats Team Karl Malone 83-76. Will you look at that? Wow. And then we'll go to the box score to see how it all went out. Got to the player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course. Just wow, what an amazing all-star break of festivities. We can go and check out some of the social medias. Let's go look at that. 152-166. A little bit of heartbreaking. Giannis Antetokounmpo in 30 minutes dropped 46 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. James Harden 24-8-4-2, Kyrie Irving 22-2-6-2, Anthony Davis 16-12-6-4, and Karl Anthony Towns 16-4-2. Team Karl Malone, Vince Carter had 16-2-2, Trae Young 20-4, Larry Bird 22-4-4, Hakeem Olajuwon 24-12-8-2-2, Allen Iverson 32 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Had a hell of a game. Karl Malone, team captain, didn't really fare all that well as a team captain, but I definitely do want to make sure I will start my week. We'll be going to March 3rd, just to kind of get a random basic basis of the week, as we are randomly checking on the Spurs. Interesting. And then we'll go to I wouldn't say just the season awards. I'm really going to check. I mean, of course, I'm going to check stats on the standings, kind of see where everyone is at in terms of records and all that good stuff. contract extension is over, which is cool. Perfect. So when we start, we've got 2 months left, pretty much, folks, before we hit the playoffs. But let's check the award races now for most valuable players. So far, we got Anthony Davis, Hakeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, James Harden, and LeBron James, all West players. Is interesting. For Rookie of the Year, we got Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, Rob Slaughter, the rookie, and TJ Sanchez. It's interesting. Oh, man. For Sixth Man of the Year, we got Paul Pierce, Mitchell Robinson, LaMarcus Aldridge, Jason Tatum, and Mike Conley up in the running. For Defensive Player of the Year, we got Bill Russell, Kawhi Leonard, Hakeem, Dikembe Mutombo, and Ben Wallace, all vying for that spot. Then on top, for Most Improved, we got Jaylen Brown, Thomas Satoransky, Bobby Portis, Dario Saric, and Malik Beasley. And those are the stats. Those are the award races we got going on. Go to the season awards. Player of the Week, last time we checked, we were in January. So Kyrie Irving, Karl Malone, Giannis, Hakeem, Allen Iverson, Karl Anthony Towns, Shaquille, Shaq, and Nate Archibald, Walt Frazier, Anthony Davis, AI again, Karl Malone, Kyrie and Kawhi, Giannis and Luka. So that's what we're looking at. We got a couple weeks left. Player of the Month. We had Trae Young and Hakeem in November, Giannis and Karl Malone in December, Kyrie and Anthony Davis in January, AI and Luka Doncic in February. Rookie of the Month in November, we had TJ Sanchez and Ja Morant. In December, it was RJ Barrett and Zion Williamson. In January, it was Keon Ellis and Ja Morant. In February, it was TJ Sanchez and Ja Morant again. So now we got that out the way. Let's go to what's going on around the league before we get into standings. Let's go into stats, league leaders. So for points per game and all positions, we got Kyrie leading the way. Then it's Allen Iverson and James Harden. For rebounds, it is Ben Wallace leading the way. Then it's Karl Malone and Bill Russell. For assists, it is Trae Young leading the way. Then it's Walt Frazier and then Pistol Pete Maravich, 2 Atlanta Hawks. For steals per game, it's Allen Iverson leading the way next to Walt Frazier and Gary Payton. For blocks per game, it's Hakeem Olajuwon leading the way next to Anthony Davis and Thomas Bryant. For turnovers, that's not really how you want to lead. And let's go to the even field goal shooting percentage. It is Ben Simmons leading the way next to Julius Erving and P.J. Brown. For three-point percentage, it is Kevin Durant leading the way next to Kyle Kuzma and Ray Allen. For free throw percentage, it is Muhammad Abdul-Rauf leading the way next to Paul George and Jeremy Lamb. I think that's really all that matters there for stats. Really cool to see all those different leaders. Now let's go to the league standings. Go by per division. So I get to the right team as I try to be lazy with it. All right. Oh, that's conference. Okay. Got it. So in the Atlantic Division, we have the Boston Celtics, who are 48-13. Next, it's the Philadelphia 76ers, who are 47-14. Then we have the Brooklyn Nets, who are 40-22. We have the Toronto Raptors, the 2018-2019 NBA champions, who are 34-29. We have the New York Knicks at 27-34. The expansion Vancouver Ravens, who just held the All-Star game, at 20-41. Then we had the Milwaukee Bucks here, who are 34-27. And they lead the way in their Central Division. Then we have the Pacers, who are 32-27. Then we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 32-30. And then we have the Chicago Bulls, who, remember, by the way, Michael Jordan is hurt. So they really only got Scottie Pippen and maybe Dennis Rodman if they didn't trade him. So then the Bulls, who are 29-32. We have the Detroit Pistons, who are 25-36. Then we have the Pittsburgh Phantoms, another expansion team, going 17-46 for right now. Next, we have the Southeast Division, which the Heat are leading their division at 46-15. Then it's the Atlanta Hawks at 39-22. We have the Orlando Magic at 31-30. We have the expansion team Alaska Chill at 21-40. We've got the Charlotte Hornets at 21-40. Then we have the Charlotte Hornets at 20-40. Then we have the Washington Wizards at 14-46. Then in the Western Conference, we have the Southwest Division, which has the Houston Rockets, who have already made the playoffs guaranteed at 53-9, an incredible record. Then we have the Memphis Grizzlies, who are 30-30. We have the Kansas City Tornadoes, who are 29-31. The Dallas Mavericks, who are 21-49. By the way, the Kansas City Tornadoes are an expansion team. And then we have the San Antonio Spurs, who are 20-41. And then the New Orleans Pelicans, who are 13-48. Then on top of it, in the Northwest Division, we have leading the charge as the Utah Jazz at 39-23. Then we have the Seattle Supersonics, the reborn expansion team, at 34-28. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves at 32-27, and the same thing with the Portland Trail Blazers, 32-27. Then we have the Oklahoma Thunder, who are 29-33. Then we have the Denver Nuggets, who are 27-34. Finally, in the Pacific Division, another team that's clinched the playoffs are the Los Angeles Lakers. They're guaranteed to be in the playoffs at 55-6. We have the Los Angeles Clippers, who are 39-23. We have the Golden State Warriors, who are 27-35. The Sacramento Kings, who are 23-38. The San Diego Surf, who are 22-39, and the Phoenix Suns, who are 18-42. So a very weird conference right there in the playoff picture for Eastern Conference. The way they're predicting this, folks, for the Eastern Conference is the Celtics, 76ers, the Heat, the Nets, the Hawks, the Bucks, the Raptors who make it, and the Pacers. That'd be an interesting setup there for if those were the 8 teams who would make it. Then the Western Conference, we already know that the first and second seed are pretty much locked with the Rockets and Lakers. But then they're predicting that the Clippers will be third. The Jazz will be fourth. The Supersonic, they're saying, are going to make the playoffs. That'd be a great to see an expansion team in there at Supersonic. Then we have the Trailblazers, the Timberwolves, and a team like the Memphis Grizzlies could sneak in with just a 500 record, which is interesting to see that the Western Conference isn't doing that well if the Grizzlies were to make it at a 500 record. But hey, you never know. So let's look at the lottery odds. They're saying the Pelicans, Wizards, Phantom. It's an interesting one to see how they're already mapping out the first few teams, the top 20 teams, and where they'd actually go, which is interesting. But with that being said, everybody, please do. That's all we got for you today. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to BVTV. We will see you next time, everybody. I look forward to it. Have a great one. Stay off the hook, subscribe to BVTV. You got this.